Oh my goodness, no way, just no way. I'm crazy with all these U-turns. So if you want to follow the story so far, Chelsea complete Caicedo last night. This morning, because last night it also broke that Lavia may be going to London to complete his move to Chelsea, because as we know, there was an agreement between Chelsea and Southampton. I don't know where that stands now, but there's a journalist called Jacob Steinberg, and this was quoted by one of the more reliable Belgian journalists. I think his name is Sacha Tavaleri. I think I've got his name wrong. Apparently Liverpool have agreed a £60 million fee for Lavia with Southampton. Now, this doesn't mean that there's a contract signed and he's going to be the player just because we've agreed a fee. The fee is 60 million, so it's 10 more than what the original asking price was. I would suppose that if this is true, this supersedes or exceeds Chelsea's original offer. This is absolutely wild. It's very good that I'm available right now, because my availability is allowing me to at least keep up to date with these updates, and I'm trying to keep you up to date with these updates. So don't think I'm coming to you with nothing. These are all based off of the reliable journalists that we listen to on a day-to-day basis, and these are the ones that we're talking about. These are the ones that have predicted things like the Caicedo news and whatever have you. The timings of everything is crazy, and these little battles between Liverpool and Chelsea have been wild. And when I saw that they were still thinking about pursuing Lavia, and they still could pursue Lavia, and it doesn't mean just because we've agreed a fee we will get Lavia, because now we let another team touch up our player in a way, and well, even though he's not ours, but you get what I'm saying, we were linked first, and that's why I'm sitting there now thinking, okay, if you're Lavia, do you still want to come to Liverpool even though we tried to hijack Caicedo and that could have left you in the dark? Or are you not bothered? Or was the club never really transparent? Maybe they said, well, listen, we could still get you as well, even though that would have probably not been the case. But guys, I'm doing this video because I don't know what to think of the situation no more. So this is not a video concluding he will sign or will not sign. This is a breaking news video that, according to Jacob Steinberg, he works for The Guardian, and again, reliable journalists are quoting him. Even though last night it was reported that Lavia could be going to London this week, it doesn't mean that no U-turns can't hit the road. So don't think of this as contradictory. Just understand that from day-to-day transfers change. There was that time, I always use this as my reference because it's one of the craziest sagas in history. Nabil Fekir signed for Liverpool. He was in a shirt recording the interview, and then he wasn't a Liverpool player. It doesn't mean all the journalists that came out and said, okay, Nabil Fekir, here we go. It doesn't mean they were wrong. They were right until they wasn't, until they was no longer right. He was a Liverpool player, but then something happened to where it didn't fully get over the line. And this is what we've got to analyse this situation with. Just because we've agreed a 60 million fee does not mean we're getting Lavia. Let's make that perfectly clear. But now what it does mean is that it's not just a complete free hit and run for Chelsea. Now there's something for Lavia and his agent to consider, and that's important. Now, I've wanted Lavia. Some people don't want Lavia. Some people have put in a big shout for Luis Fiorentino. Is it Fiorentino? I'm not too sure if that's his name. But he's another CDM. I believe he plays for Benfica. Haven't seen too much of him. Either way, the reason why it was important to get Lavia, here's why, is because he was a club priority target. Now, he might have not been number one. He could have been number two to Caicedo, but he was a priority target nonetheless. And the reason why I raised this is because if we missed out on Lavia, we've now missed out on Ugarte, Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Caicedo, and Lavia would have been number 5. That is a terrible precedence to set for the football club overall. To have this good reputation across Europe at one stage where it was like Liverpool get the best deals, they do the best business, the fact that they can get 97 points on their budget, and the level of spending and the type of players. Think about what our players was previous to us signing them. You think about Virgil van Dijk, he played for Southampton. Salah, he was good at Roma but not world class at Roma. Mane, he had potential, but let's be honest, there was still room to be questioned. And then we sell Coutinho, who was by far and away our most world-class player, and then everyone else just got and rose their level. So this is why this is interesting. It's not that it's done, it's just that it's another U-turn in this process, and that it's still an idea. And I think it's encouraging, whether you like Lavia or not, I think it's important that we analyse this it's important the club don't miss out on another priority target, because our ownership is one to be questioned anyway. It would be even more questioned by other football teams if the credibility was lost, if it's not already. And I think even missing out on potentially getting him for 50 opposed to the 60 that you're getting him for now, if we do get him, I think that still shows a little bit of incompetence. You've now had to spend a little bit more money. That being said, for those that would question Lavia, I think you've got to analyse the resume a little bit more. I think it's a very impressive resume. And I think when you think about the fact that we've got to build for the future, and that I don't think even with Caicedo, we would have expected to get right back to the league. In fact, I think there would have been more pressure because now we've just got £100 million asset, and you're probably thinking, well, you've got Szoboszlai, you've got McAllister, you've got Caicedo, that's 200 mil. You should now go and win the league. Now there's not that pressure. Now it's just, let's do better than what we did last season. Let's get back in the Champions League, and let's even try and win a European trophy. We've got a great chance with the Europa League. Maybe try and win a cup. Imagine if we could leave this season with a League Cup and a Europa League. Wouldn't that be fantastic? At least it would for me. I'd be so happy with that season, as it's the first season of the new chapter. I'm not saying this will happen. I have faith anything can happen, but I don't believe it will happen if I had to put money on it. But guys, this is big. This is big. I wanted to address it. I think we need Lavia. I think it'd be a great signing, even for right now. And I also think it'd be a great long-term solution. And then it allows us to not lose as much credibility, because then it's not another priority target missed out. This is someone who was identified personally by the club. And there was a moment in time where the Caicedo thing weren't really what we were looking at. We were probably just monitoring that situation to see if we could dive in and swoop in and whatever have you. But personal terms have been agreed with Lavia, but that was verbal terms, not on a contract. And now we don't know about the terms between him and Chelsea. Now that we've allowed Chelsea to even speak to Lavia, that's a bit of a problem, because at the same time, Lavia might be swayed. So really, I think there's two things that are dependent here. How much does this bid supersede Chelsea's bid? Because I believe they had a bid agreed, if I'm not wrong. And then they also had things scheduled to make sure that they could probably unveil Lavia soon and get proper talks down on a contract. Now it's interesting to see what that means for us. But I thought I'd address it to you. I'm not saying that the deal's done. I'm not saying that whatever. But Liverpool have agreed a £60 million fee with Southampton. That's what we know. Everything else still remains to be seen. It could be a Caicedo 2.0, so I suppose we shouldn't get too excited. But it's another boxing day of football transfer sagas, and yeah, it's wild. So let me know what you think, guys. I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So we're going to be around the PM times of UK. So make sure that you tune in for that. It's an interactive format. It's where you guys can let me know your controversial opinions. I'll bounce mine back and we'll see where we go. But no, this is wild, mate. This is going from madness to madness by the seconds. It's funny because I literally done a video earlier saying that, Lavia's planning a medical to go to London this week. And, I think he's in London right now, according to reports. And it was only last night that these journalists were reporting this. But now it's just new news. So I think people are going to be thinking, these journalists know nothing. Which technically some of them don't. But the thing is, though, as well, things do change, and that's important to take note as well. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please do smash a like, because it gets the video more out there. If you didn't enjoy it, then you smash a dislike. But leave a comment, as always. I'm proper intrigued to hear what you've been saying, and you guys have been booming with the comments recently. So just know that I do, even though I might not respond, I do read them all. So appreciate the feedback, guys. Anyway, have much love, and much love to you and your mothers, and I'll see you all in a bizzle. Peace.